Yo, it's Yerk, and today I'm bringing you a step-by-step tutorial on how to recreate the new environmental fire introduced in Season 3 in Fortnite Creative. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to use this environmental fire mechanic in your own creative maps. But before we get started, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, hit subscribe, do whatever you want to do and all that stuff. And if you want to support me, you can use code YerkYT in the item shop and it really helps me out a lot. But let's get into this tutorial. Okay, first we're going to open the creative inventory and we want to head to the galleries tab. We're going to use the search bar and we're going to type in meteor and we're looking for the meteor particle gallery. Open up that gallery and we want to save this fire particle to our hotbar. Then hit back, and for this tutorial, I'm just going to use the gas station prefab, but be creative and find different ways to incorporate this mechanic into your own map. Then we're going to head to the devices tab, and we're going to need to grab an explosive barrel, a trigger, and a sequencer. And now we're ready to get started. So we're going to start by placing down the gas station, and then we're going to place down our first explosive barrel. Open up the settings, and we're going to start by turning the blast radius to 0.25. We then want to set the structure damage to 1000 so it'll for sure blow up anything within our 0.25 radius. Then we're going to set damage indestructible buildings to yes. And then next we're going to need to scroll down and turn visibility in-game off. We also want to turn show health bar to no. And then lastly we're going to set when exploded transmit on channel 1 and click OK. Then we want to take the barrel and resize it using the height axis and place it down so it's overlapping with our gas pump like I'm doing in the video. Awesome, now we're going to place down our first fire particle from the meteor gallery. Open up the settings and we want to turn enabled during game phase to none. Then we're going to set enable when receiving from channel 1 and disable when receiving from channel 4 and click OK. Then we want to take that fire particle and we want to set it right next to our gas pump. Now we're going to copy that fire particle and we're going to place it down on the closest pieces to that first fire particle. So for this example, I'm placing them on the roof of the building and open up the settings. We're doing this because we're going to put it in places where the fire would naturally spread to. All we need to change after we open up the settings is going to be enable when receiving from. We're going to set this to channel 2 and click OK. Then we're going to find the places that the fire would likely spread to next and place down the fire particle again. Only this time we're going to change it to enable when receiving from channel 3. Click OK and then copy and paste them wherever the fire would naturally spread, just like we did before. And now we're going to place down another barrel and we're going to open up the settings. This is going to destroy all the pieces that are on fire, so set this one to indestructible. Then set blast radius to something that covers all the fire that you set up. In my example, that's 1.5. Then set player damage to 0 and structure damage to 5000. Then set damage indestructible buildings to yes, and for this barrel we want to turn play audio and visual effects to no. Then we want to set visible during game to no and collision during game to off. Turn show health bar off and then scroll all the way down and set explode when receiving from channel to channel 4. Great, now head off somewhere out of the way to set up our sequencer. Open up the settings and change the tempo to something between like 10 and 30. Then we're going to just set start when receiving from channel 1 and click OK. And now for the last step, we need to place down a trigger inside the sequencer and open up the settings. Scroll all the way down and set when triggered transmit on channel 2 and click OK. Then copy and paste the trigger a little bit further down the sequencer and just change it to transmit on channel 3. Click OK and do it one more time, setting it to trigger on channel 4. Then all we have to do is start the game and test it out. When the game starts, just shoot the gas pump and watch the effect play out as if the fire was really spreading. And that's how you make environmental fire from Season 3 in Fortnite Creative. If you want, feel free to check out some of my other videos that are on screen now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay up.